What's up, everyone? It's your girl, Emily Curl. Welcome back to my virtual studio. Today we'll be joined by Oliver Tree as we go track by track on his new album, Ugly is Beautiful. Check it out. Oliver Tree, thank you so much for being here with us today. We are going to do a track by track of your new album, Ugly is Beautiful, and I'm so excited to hear everything that you think about the album and how it came to life and the full process behind it. So let's dive right in. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I want to say thank you for having me out here. It's an honor. I stopped using my bubble for about 6 weeks there, but since the COVID-19 spikes, at this point, I've started using it for when I go outside in public. I'm just surprised more people aren't using these things. They're super effective. Basically, there's a 96 percentile chance that no pathogens or viruses can get inside the bubble. Although there is a minor hole with the back. There's a zipper I have to use to get in the entrance/outrance. So besides that, it's pretty solid.
Well, I'm glad to see that you are staying safe. Great to talk to you through this bubble. Should we dive right into the album?
Let's do it.
All right, let's start with track number 1, Me, Myself, and I. Walk me through it.
That song is about being an outcast. I think a lot of people feel like you have to keep to yourself in fear of saying anything. And in my personal experience, I would rather say something stupid than not say anything at all. Although I am currently working on learning how to filter and channel my thoughts so that it's not so everything. Trying to bring it back down.
All right, so let's go track number 2, 1993. What can you tell me about this one?
This song is about growing up. I spent my whole fucking life falling on my face and never stopped me. Time after time, I just kept going through it and falling on my face, learning from my experiences over and over again. Although I was born in 1993, it took me 27 years till I finally reached the point that this album could be made. Also, I'd like to mention that Ugly is Beautiful is my first debut studio album and ultimately my last studio album as Oliver Tree.
Really?
Yeah.
Your last one?
This is it. Because at this point, the amount of time it took me with making this, it's 5 years of my life, and it's really not worth it.
Well, congratulations on this album. I know everyone is so excited to hear it. And that's such a personal story with 1993. Would you say that's one of, the most, memorable songs on the album for you? It sounds like it's a really personal song.
I don't really collaborate with many other vocalists, so it's a very personal experience when I walk on another track with another artist and we have to go out there toe to toe. And to work with Little Ricky was a crazy experience. This guy is off the wall. His energy is incredible. Working with him in the studio, he also helps produce. So working with him on lyrics, working with him on some of the production side was super inspiring. I want to say, thank you to Little Ricky. Thank you to Little Ricky's team. It took us a while to actually meet in person. He's kind of in his own little world. So it was pretty epic to finally get to meet the man in the flesh.
That's awesome. All right, so let's talk about track number 3, Cash Machine. Launch into this one.
Everything I own in my life fits inside this fake Gucci bag in this backpack. And the truth is, if you think you need material objects to be happy, you're a fucking sicko. People think they need shit. They spend their whole life working so hard to get money so they can buy all this shit they don't need. It doesn't make you happier. Trust me, I know, I've seen people buying all this shit that doesn't do anything for them. You gotta find the happiness within. It starts in here.
Did you feel like it took you a long time to find that? Or what was your journey like for that?
Ultimately, traveling is a selfless act. You just go and you're on the road and you're touring and you're giving your life up. So you don't really have time to nest or settle. So it's created a place for me to really put my energy into the art, into the people, instead of manifesting this physical place where I live with this fancy house and these fancy vehicles. I put the energy into the art and back into the people. So it's just what you want to put your energy into. What are you going to invest your time, your money, your resources? Are you going to put it into you and yourself and your little personal bubble? Or are you going to put it into something that's going to nourish the world with just even the tiniest little bit of nourishment?
Plant that seed. I love it. All right, so let's go on to track number 4, Let Me Down. Walk me through the process of creating this one.
I wrote the song Let Me Down after my album was officially canceled and postponed due to COVID-19. Even though it was completely out of my control, I do feel like I did let a lot of people down, and I made that song as an apology for the fans, trying to let them know I'm sorry I let you guys down. I know you guys are upset, but I love you and I care about you, and I will make this as a blessing and a gift to you.
What was the fan response to that song?
After I posted that song, I actually lost 150,000 followers on Instagram. Over the course of the next week, leading up to that, I was losing followers. They were dropping like flies, but the next 15 days, I lost over 150,000 followers. So, yeah, it was a dark point.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you know, this new album's coming out, and I know everyone is so excited to hear it.
I hope so. I hope so, because I've upset a lot of people in the process, and I just want people to know it's just, you know, out of my hands completely. This isn't something I tried to do. If it was in my decision, I would have had this thing out 3 years ago when I made it.
So let's talk about track number 5, Miracle Man. What can you tell me about this one?
Don't spend your life waiting around for a miracle. You gotta go out there, you gotta get your hands dirty, and you gotta fall on your face. Some things take time to develop. Not everything happens overnight. Some things that you think are miracles end up being nothing but a complete dud. Blows up in your face. Nobody wants to hear you talk about all the things you want to do. Nobody wants to hear you just dreaming about it. Just go out there and do it. People need to stop wasting their life waiting around praying for a miracle. That's not how this works. If you want to do it, follow my simple 3-step formula. 1, wake the fuck up. 2, get your lazy ass off the couch. 3, go out there and do that shit. What are you waiting for?
All right, so let's talk about track number 6, Bury Me Alive. Now, this was a single released in May, right?
This song was something I was dealing with some legal battles, and you know, it's a super special track to me, but there was a very high chance that it would never see the light of day. So the fact that this song came out at all is an incredible feat, because there was so many different legal things we had to go through from a turmoil standpoint, internally and externally on the track, and that made it extremely hard to be able to have this thing come out. So I had to wait 3 years just for the day that this track finally released. Ultimately, this song is about a time I ate way too much acid on a family trip to Burning Man. It was the craziest thing that ever happened to me. I thought I actually had died. I watched my funeral. I seen all my family members crying. I was literally convinced I had died. And that night, I almost did die. And I'm not gonna get too much into it, but I will say this: I am thankful to be here, and I am grateful that I got to make this song, and that this song even came out at all.
Wow. Would you say this is one of the tracks you're most proud of from the album?
There's no track that's more important than another. You know, each one of these is my children. I love them all. They're all special in their own way. There are songs in there that are gonna be like your child that is more successful. That yes, you happen to say, hey, you're a better son. You did much better than your brother. And sometimes, ultimately, you love that son more.
I like that. Okay, let's talk about track number 7, Alien Boy.
So this song is dedicated to all the alien boys and alien girls that exist out there. You know, the human experience is very strange, and there's some point in our life where most of us feel out of place, feel like we don't really fit or belong. The truth is, who wants to be normal anyways? It's fucking boring. This song is about embracing our true selves and embracing who we really are, so we can become the best version of ourselves and truly live out our destiny.
What advice would you give to someone who maybe isn't quite there yet with accepting themselves? What would you tell them to say to themselves in the mirror every morning?
Look in that mirror. Take a good fucking look, buddy. Look at yourself in the eyes. Learn to love yourself. Say, I am beautiful. I am fucking beautiful. And you gotta believe that shit. You don't just say it and fucking not feel it. You gotta start to feel that shit. You gotta find that. You need to learn how to love yourself. Most people do not know how to do it. They literally are so unhappy they just seek it through other people, and they're literally constantly trying to fulfill that through other people's compliments and other people's praise. The truth is, if you're not happy in here, none of that shit will mean anything. You need to learn how to love yourself. That at the core is ultimately what Ugly is Beautiful is about. It's about learning to find those things that we might find ugly and learn to find the beauty in it. Ultimately, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and an eye is able to develop. Just because it sees something one way doesn't mean it's gonna be able to see that another way as it grows and develops and learns to love. It doesn't just happen immediately. Some things take time. These things need to happen over a course of time. You don't just go and see something and say, wow, I'm in love with this person. It takes time. You develop that over a long course of maybe 6 to 8 years. I don't know.
Let's talk about track number 8, Joke's on You.
A lot of people wake up in the morning and they look in the fucking mirror and they feel like they're looking at a fucking joke. Trust me, I've been there. I went through that period myself. I know what that's like. A lot of people talk shit. A lot of people online talk shit. You know who you are. I'm taking names and I'm gonna come kick some asses. I'm done with all these trolls coming out here talking all this gula. I don't want to fucking hear it. A lot of people talk trash online saying, look how ugly this guy is. How unhappy with your own self must you be that you have to go out and trash other people, bring other people down just to feel better about yourself? Your life must be pretty fucking sad, bro. How much does someone hate themselves to take it out on other people? You gotta learn to love yourself, and you gotta fucking learn to laugh at yourself. Y'all need to stop taking yourself so fucking serious.
Absolutely. What advice would you give for other artists who are having to deal with trolls right now?
Let the trolls troll, baby. If they're gonna come out here and they're gonna play the game, it takes two to tango. And I'm ready, I'm prepared. And I've already taken off many trolls. I've taken them down. I've taken down K-pop trolls. I've taken down stan accounts. I am not scared.
Let the trolls troll. All right, let's talk about track number 9, Again and Again.
We are habitual beings. Our patterns tend to repeat themselves. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. We tend to repeat these things over and over again. The human brain is so fucking powerful, we're able to actually turn a negative pattern into a positive one if you use your full cognitive abilities. Keep your head up. It does not happen overnight. It starts with recognizing the problem and then going after it, finding a solution, working, chipping away, day to day.
Did you have a light bulb moment where that clicked for you?
It hit me one day when I was looking in the mirror. And I saw that I was trying to fix this little hair in my bowl cut. And I move it over, and this fucking hair would just move back. And I was like, next day, moved it over, moves back, over and over and over. It took me a while to learn to accept that I have a cowlick in my hair.
Let's talk about track number 10, Waste My Time. What can you tell me about this one?
What more can I say about this track other than time is ultimately the most precious, coveted thing in existence. Do everything you want to do here. If you don't have time, make some fucking time for it, because your days are numbered. We're all here for just a brief little blimp. You got to do it all. You got to try it all. Experience life. If you don't know it, time is the most precious gift you could ever fucking have. I wish I could fucking go back.
All right, I want to talk about the next track, track number 11, Jerk.
I think we all met a few jerks in our lifetimes. You know, there's a few people we've all met that we hope we never meet again. But the truth is, we've all probably been a jerk at some point too. And it's important to take a look in the mirror and recognize, hey, I have been an asshole, but I can be better, and I will be better.
All right, let's talk about track number 12, Hurt.
So this song, everybody knows what it's already about, but I'll get into it anyways because it is a track by track. This song is about a scooter crash that happened during my sophomore year in high school. I was rolling in on this 30-foot roll-in. I'm going approximately 25 miles an hour. I get up to the jump and right out of nowhere, this little fucking pebble shows up. I hit this thing, my front wheel just fucking nabs it. I go flying, I put my hands out to break the fall. I break my left wrist, I break my right wrist, I break the joint that connects my thumb to my hand. I got a concussion. I was out for the entire season. It made me realize that this is not something that I can do. Long-term scootering is too dangerous for a career choice. I need to pick something with a little more longevity. I need something I can get a little more time on. Otherwise, my body is gonna be completely destroyed. Ultimately, I wrote a song about this scooter crash, and that song changed my life.
And it's interesting because the next song, track 13, is introspective. Did you do that on purpose to have hurt and then introspective right after?
I think we all need to just take a moment to reflect sometimes, you know? And introspective is really a song about the thoughts running through our heads and us lacking to find a way to describe them, lacking to find the right verb, the right word, the right kind of adjective to express what one might feel in this human experience. Ultimately, that song is just about being stuck in the thoughts in your own head, the assumptions you make. Truth is, you're lost in your little fucking world, buddy. Come outside. Step outside the fucking bubble. See what happens.
Okay, so Oliver Tree, we have one last song left, the very last track, track 14, I'm Gone. What can you tell us about this one?
It's over. This is my last album as Oliver Tree. It was fun while it lasted, but this fucking industry has drained me dry. I'm fucking done with this shit. I don't want to be a part of the music industry. I got one good album. I think it might be the greatest album of the alternative genre of this modern day. I did my part. I made the fucking album and I'm fucking done. I'm done. I'm out.
So that's what I'm Gone encompasses?
Yeah, it's essentially a big fuck you to everybody. I'm gone. C'est la vie.
So Oliver Tree, we have the full album, and I know you kind of touched on this, but Ugly is Beautiful. How did you decide on that name for this body of work?
Ultimately, at the core, Ugly is Beautiful is something we all need to recognize and embrace. We cannot live our lives looking at ourselves unhappy. We need to learn to love ourselves. The things that make us unique, the things that make us who we are, those things build character, those things build personality. Without them, you are not you. Recognize that shit, embrace that shit, and fucking go live your life and find that happiness within and don't seek it from others. We don't need it. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna do the fucking thing you're looking for. I've tried to be the cool guy with the bleached spike hair, with the spike chain necklace and the fucking whole kit and caboodle. I've gone through all the phases trying to find myself. You just need to look in the mirror and learn to love yourself, man. Doesn't matter where you're at, what age, learn to love yourself because it's all downhill from here. You're just gonna get uglier and weirder and stranger looking. You need to learn to accept that. You need to learn to embrace that. You need to learn to love that because that is the existence. You don't need to fucking try to fix that with a bunch of shots and needles, nips and tucks. I'm getting heated in this fucking thing just thinking about this shit. I don't want to see you going out there and destroying that beautiful body. Really at the core, what Ugly is Beautiful is about is no matter how strange you look, no matter how ugly you feel, you are fucking beautiful.
Oliver Tree, thank you so much for being here and doing the track by track. I know I am so excited about this album.
Thank you guys for checking it out. It means the world. Everybody stay safe. Peace out.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to stream all of Oliver Tree's music on iHeartRadio, including his new album, Ugly is Beautiful, out July 17th. See you next time. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.